May Buddhas and Maha-Buddhas please preside over. May all of us humbly declare renunciation and revocation from any delusive mindset to obtain, or delusive wishes for satisfaction, or dissatisfaction with whatever things, for shapes, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches, and all mental objects. May we declare renunciation and revocation from the delusive mindset to obtain, to the point of becoming a delusive attachment to all lifestyles of both humans and non-humans in every realm of existence. May we declare renunciation and revocation from the delusive mindset to obtain the great blessed fortunes and all the perfection. The path to the enlightenment, its fruits, and nibbana. As a consequence, this turns into delusive attachment and clinging. It turns into endless desires, strivings, and ambitions. This is not ending the causes of the suffering and the suffering at present. Instead, it follows the delusive wishes and expectations to gain, which are endless across lifetimes, across eons, across the Buddha eras. May we declare renunciation and revocation from the delusive mindset to obtain everything and every matter, elements, body and mind, knowing, seeing, recalling, thinking, awareness, concentration, contemplation, special insights, wisdom, all kinds of dharma, fineness of the mind, all emotions of contentment, subtleties, lightness of the mind and dharma, and all phenomena. May we declare renunciation and revocation from the delusive mindset to obtain oneness of the mind, supernatural powers, and authoritative powers, which are the factors and causes of being deluded in wild behaviors according to such supernatural powers. As a result, this leads to a delusive attachment, to delusive viewpoints of having energy and using energy. This is the cause and the factors of not putting down. May we declare renunciation and revocation from all delusive mindsets to obtain all dharma or any certain types of dharma formed up to be a tool for temporarily living by. Such a way creates delusive attachment and karmic incarnation and realms of existence. May we declare renunciation and revocation from all delusive mindsets to obtain all forms of lifestyles, assets, husbands, wives, sons, and daughters, life to live, descendants, followers, relatives and friends, business and work. We would like also to declare renunciation and revocation from the delusive mindset to obtain traditional beliefs of the so-called progress or prosperity of life. These are the factors and the causes of being obsessed and preoccupied and of life being lived in a whirlpool. As a consequence, it's impossible to be brightened according to the Satya Dharma, the noble truth. It's the causes and the factors of being filled with concerns, worries, greed, delusive attachment, and possessiveness, which leads to guarded behaviors in the worldly elements and samsara, in all assets, in all things that one receives, in the things that one has, and in the things that one has been. May we declare renunciation and revocation from all delusive mindsets to obtain everything and every matter in the four elements of earth, water, air, and fire, in all places for living, nations and countries, lands and kingdoms, or realms of existence. The mindset to be an incarnation, to be at a certain level of the heaven realms, angel realms, or the human realm, or in any certain realms of existence in which there has totally been a delusive mindset to obtain. May all cases of karma that create the woeful realms of the hungry ghosts, demons, animals, and hell beings be forgiven. Ahosi, ahosi, ahosi. May all karma of all realms of existence, from the highest, medium, through the lowest ones, related to karma added in the body-mind elements, karma added in dharma, karma added in looking, knowing, thinking, feelings, and emotions, in the way of grasping or trying to not grasp. Karma added in shapes, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches. Karma added in mental elements, temporarily made up and assumed, by ways of grasping and trying to not grasping. May all cases and all types of karma be forgiven and released. Ahosi, ahosi, ahosi. May all karma of battling, fighting, quarreling, and killing in this physical world and samsara, whether they are quarrels or conflicts of opinions and meanings, or verbal disagreements, or they are physical quarrels and conflicts by wars, through the separation from parties, causing killing, execution, seizing, competing, for whatever, and all vengeance, revengeful thoughts towards one another. May all cases of such karma be forgiven. Ahosi, ahosi, ahosi. So let's open up further and further. Opening beyond opening. Everything is from that which has nothing to do with attachment, detachment, or non-attachment. Nothing to do with letting go or not letting go. Open up without focuses, targets, destinations, in the way that nothing is in anything. Sharing the metta of sunyata, the loving kindness of voidness. And it is even beyond this. It is that which is not limited or unlimited. Therefore, it is truly infinite. At times, we are coming across some difficulties. It is the karmic difficulties. It is the past that is resulting now, or resulting at the time that it's coming. And at that time of the payback, it's always blind to see clearly the truth. The truth is that at the moment, at this present, if the infinite force is being given, we are not conditioned by any karmic difficulty or karmic retributions. Even we are facing that time of difficulty, it won't be difficult. Because the mind is infinite. It is given the infinite to all in samsara. And that case of karma is not belonging to anyone particularly. It is shared in this whole samsara That case of karma is collective. Therefore, the forgiveness statement is shared to the whole samsara. Is not in order to unlock it, particularly for one's own karma. This is to enable, to help unwind collectively and widely, extensively, universally. We are unlocking the karma universally. Therefore, it is the purification that is universal. It cannot be specific. Whenever one focuses on one's own karma, one's own difficulty, and trying to release from it, it will be having someone trying to escape through the process. This is about great compassion. Great compassion is not limited, is not specific, just for oneself or for any particular fellows. Therefore, every time when there is the difficulty, and when you are so low down, think of the extensiveness from the infinite force of all the graces. The Buddhas, Mahabodhisattvas, the fully enlightened ones who bless beings. Think of their blessing and use the reminders. The essential code will open up. It may take some time, but link the great compassion to the great compassion. And recognize everyone has that brightness. The brightness that is not fixated to itself. Everyone has it. And continue to connect and open up, scatter the infinite force as you can. And as often as you can. Because at the time that you have to pay back, it is the time that you forget about the graces. You forget about the infinite force. So, keep reminding and use the reminders that have been given to you, so that at times of difficulty, you know that that difficulty is shared by all samsara. They also have the same cases, the same angles of suffering. When you opening, it's opening for all, together with all simultaneously. That turns into the purification that is universal. And that karmic difficulty is not difficult anymore. We have all the tools. Use the forgiveness statement. Use the deprogramming together with the infinite force from the great compassion. Therefore, it is not about escaping running away or confronting anything. Simultaneously, it will purify and clear out the habit of drowning, maintaining and sustaining. Because that point is when you are backed up by the desire, delusive attachment, and delusion. And that moment, the difficulties turns more into more difficult because it's added by all the thoughts, recalls, memories, feelings, and emotions, together with the consciousness and conscience and everything all together. You go far out, blind. So, at this moment, as we are proceeding together through the infinite force, everything is from that which has nothing to do with letting go or not letting go. Everything is from that which has nothing to do with involvement or non-involvement. Yes or no. No is not even no itself. Constantly scattering this true essence to all and everything. From moment to moment, from moment to moment. There is no place for the mind to drown in itself. And even it is going to try to begin anything, it's brighten out and opening further than that by the reminders, by the essential code. So know how and continue with it. The gap that is there can create difficulty because this vessel is like a radar. Whenever there is a grasping mind, maintaining, sustaining in itself, in any state, it is like a center of all the minds to come in. And therefore, a lot of train of thoughts is happening. So let's navigate through the infinite force instead of mental elements. Everything is from that which has nothing to do with anything. Nothing is in anything. At every split second, and even more into micro time that doesn't even exist there. The changes, the shifting is there all the time. Death is there all the time. That means transitioning. Transitioning that is doesn't mean anything because nothing is graspable. No one there to grasp anything. That's what's happening. So be aligned with this and go beyond it. Beyond all these characteristics. That which is not conditioned by time, not conditioned by any concepts, ideas, thought forms, seeing, looking, knowing, sound, smell, taste, touches, and shapes. Knowledge, knowing or not knowing. These can purify all types of conditioning of the mind in the samsara, because that conditioning is backed up by desire, delusion, and delusive attachment.